There we go. Finally. This is kind of a pain in the butt. I'll be honest, having all this stuff. There we go. Share screen for you. So what I'm looking at right now, oh wow, they're doing a House of Dragons. Is that season 2? Nice. I don't really have the hands free to play a game, so I'm gonna do some movie trailer reviews and reactions and what I think. Caught myself watching some. I said, why not live stream it? I can't really get into the DC universe right now. I've missed the Ezra Miller movie because of Ezra Miller. I'm not interested. Not giving in to cancel culture, but I guess that's essentially what I'm doing. Is there are some people who I don't want to support their work. I'm not going to, and if it resonates with you, the things that they've done, don't support their work. So I don't really know what the storyline is right now in comparison to the rest of the DC universe. I also didn't watch Aquaman 2 because what's her face is in it, unless this is Aquaman 2. Because a movie did come out. Johnny Depp's wife. I can't deal with an abuser, even if it's just emotional abuse. It's too much. Who's that? New movie trailers coming up. Oh, this is what I was just watching. Fallout, Iron Claw, Alien Romulus. It's a teaser trailer. Come on. They all look like Abercrombie models. Okay, so it's a Ripley prequel. I mean, they've been doing a lot of the prequels, essentially leading up to, I guess, the main storyline from the first movie. It's actually happening. Okay, if you say so. But doesn't that mess with the continuity? Are we doing a new universe now, and we're just trying to appeal to a new genre? I guess we're starting this franchise over, and things are going to get retconned, probably. I don't like dealing with things being retconned. Yes, I'll definitely watch it. I mean, I don't see why not. There's a new Mean Girls. I don't really. Not that Mean Girls wasn't funny and iconic. Gladiator 2. Just call it Gladiator again. So now we're doing a sequel. That's what it looks like. All right, we'll watch it. Teaser trailer.
His life for the people of Rome, but after the past years, the sacrifice made by him has been destroyed.
We are the sons of Rome. Let us show them what we're made of. I knew a man once who said, "Death smiles at us all. All a man can do is smile back."
Gods may have forsaken us, but we are the chosen ones, destined to change the course of history.
I can't. I wasn't.
Assassination could trammel up the consequence and catch with his.
These aren't real. No way.
To see success, that but this blow might be the be all and the end all here.
This. I mean, it looks like a college project where they just kind of messed with scenes, because I definitely saw what's his name? Oberyn fighting the Mountain in a scene briefly. I definitely saw that. I'm not sure what. Hang on. You guys are getting really shitty visuals, man. Or I am. Let me see. Am I really broadcasting this terribly? I guess so. I don't know why I was doing that. What is this? Oh, Jesus. See, my stream, I look amazing. Is this a setting? Edit. Cessation. Cancel. Is this a setting on this screen? Maybe. Can I see? There. Okay. I have to adjust my settings. I was watching a bad video. I don't think it's keeping up. Doesn't look like it. There it is. Yeah, it's keeping well enough, I suppose. So if you're watching in higher quality, you can definitely see what I see. Fallout. Is this season 4? Oh, shit.
Rome, Greece, all democracies fail because people are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But if you crush the masses, who builds your monuments? Who tongues your taint? The people will tear it apart themselves. You just gotta nudge them a little. Then you get to swoop in, be the one saving it.
Like Caesar.
Like Caesar.
Don't worry. If there's hell below.
Hell.
Who wants their balls crushed?
Me.
Your team.
What's your code name again?
The boys.
Oof. Who came up with that shit?
Yeah. We need more work. want to see him in more things. And honestly, he can just remain Negan. We'll go back. Not much to really go on. That's pretty much just the premise of the whole show. Things finally come out. Let's see what House of Dragon Season 2 has to offer.
Errors were made in the hours following King Viserys' death.
The war be fought. Many will die. And the victor will eventually ascend the throne.
There is no war so hateful to the gods as a war between kin. And no war so bloody as a war between dragons.
I mean, they're teaser trailers, so you're not going to get much. One of the final scenes in that first season was the death of her son. It did seem to be an accident. I will acknowledge that. Was it Rhaegar? Rhaegar was the one. That big son. What's the guy riding it? Their uncle, his uncle. I don't remember names. I did see the trailer for this already. This is the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Interesting enough, but it doesn't really give any details either. There it is again. Action movies. I don't really care for action movies. If it's an action movie, I just want it to be sci-fi to some degree. I haven't even seen the John Wick movies, which I say to myself, they are probably very good and as good as people say. Excuse me. But I have yet to see them. There's 4 of them out there. It's been years. I've never watched any of the John Wick movies. And I love Keanu Reeves. I just never got around to it. Like, I'm waiting for it to show up on, I don't know, Netflix maybe, and then I'll watch it. It seems very interesting. Or at least entertaining. I think I've seen the first like 20 minutes of the first one, and that was it. And something happened. I couldn't watch it. Ended up not watching it, at least. If you don't watch Neebs Gaming, you need to. They have a lot of content on there. And you really got to go way back to really understand everything about them. But if you watch their supercuts, you can see about, I would say, about 80% of their content, which is mostly playing Ark. This is them running a gag of playing PixARK. They play 7 Days to Die. And then some of their games, they're entertaining. Like, it's the people themselves are entertaining. I just can't get into the games because they play a lot of survival games. And if they break off and they're not a whole group, it's usually not as entertaining, but it still has things about it that they do. They're quirky. They're funny. They have a lot of good work. Especially their Battlefield Friends, I hear it is really good. But I actually haven't watched it. But they're shorts, little 4-minute episodes. I like the 20-minute episodes. Here's one they did where there was 2 of them, It was Neves and Astro, and this series is good. For only having 2 people, they did a good job. It was fun. But really, when it's all 5 of them together, and actually there's 6. I say recently, but it was probably about a year ago. One of their members did unfortunately pass away. Thick 44 was his name, and if you watch the show, all their shows and all the work that he did beforehand, you could tell that there was some kind of degradation going on with his ability to play, and he had to have a surgery, and then he had a lot of tics, and he would like drop items for no reason. Like, he's like, I don't know why I'm doing this, it's like, couldn't control it. And you could see in his interactions that something was wrong and not going well, and everybody hoped for the best. Unfortunately, he did have another surgery, and it was brain surgery, and he didn't survive it, unfortunately. A lot of good content there. So now they have another guy, Anthony, who has featured in some of their work. Is he thick 44? No. Is he funny? I think he's quirky. He does their editing sometimes, and you can tell when he's doing it. But as far as content creation, I think that's something he's developing more so, and he's doing a pretty good job. I'll give him that. I missed Thick a lot. He was a human man warrior, somebody to inspire, to be the Wyvern King, as they called him. I've got a lot of his stuff, and he has his own channel of all the stuff that he's played. They all have their own channels that they've played, and I think they just stuck with Neebs. They got 2.35 million subscribers and over 2,500 videos. It's insane. These guys have been doing this for years. Like, they reference games and stuff. Like, when's the last time we've been here? It's like, I don't know, 2 years. They played 1 round of Conan Exiles, and then now they're back in it. It's this one, because there's been a lot of updates. And it was probably 4 years. 3-4 years. 5 years ago. And they just started this series, I would say... What episode are they on? They do about 1 a week. A few months. So 5 years in between, and they totally forgot how to play the game. And you can tell. They're fun. They animate some of their works, and their Among Us animated is exactly how you would expect to go on. Oh. Tank's drawing. All right, it is hot in here. I'm gonna turn on the fan. So now we're gonna do trailer reviews, but that was because I was busy, or my hands were busy. Now I'm not sure really what I want to do. Could play some Project Zomboid. I'm tired of playing that game by myself. I'm trying to get my buddy Austin to play it, but it's a really complicated game for him. Because 7 Days to Die is complicated for him. So he plays a lot of games that are more shoot 'em up, kill the next one, shoot 'em up. He doesn't really, he understands the concepts of survival, doesn't know how to always execute it. And I don't want to say he's the mule where he goes out and we send him off to grind for materials, but he's also good at battle sometimes. Either way, he's good. He's good to have. Now that I think about it, maybe Project Zomboid was a little bit too much for him. But I think if I was sitting in the same room with him and could talk him through it, it would be easier. I even tried to do a live video of me back into this and doing it on this computer. Sorry, I got caught up looking at one of my harvesters. That's what I was looking at earlier on my previous cast. I had to reset it. What do I have here? That makes sense. My videos. You don't know who that is? That is me when I was 26. This is a 10-year-old video of me trying to practice for American Ninja Warrior and try to get that $500,000 reward. It took me a long time to build up that muscle strength to be able to do that. I think my problem was my lower body was also huge. So everything was heavy. Right here, I weighed 195 pounds. And I would say about 160 of it, that is a very rough estimate, was lower body. My legs were massive. This was my first day actually in one of those ninja training gyms, so I hadn't actually had a chance to really work my body the way you would need to do in order to develop the specific motor skills. I had mostly just done a lot of pull-ups, and I think this was one of the last times I trained. Something else came up. I couldn't focus on it as much. I was not as financially stable. Finding work was not easy. And that gym was 2 hours away. I met up with a buddy from high school. If you are curious as to what my background is, this is Cloud. This is T'Pol. And this is Trip. My wife drew it. Or she kind of mimicked. This was the original artwork. I was like, oh, that kind of look. She pulled it up. I'm like, oh, that looks like T'Pol. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna work it and turn it into a tattoo. And I was like, why don't you make one of each of the cats, and we'll both get them. So this is the tattoo. The orientation is off. See if I can pull it up. Downloads. Photos. Always. Supposed to be like this. And that's how we each have the tattoos on us. Mine is on my spine between my shoulder blades, and hers is on her arm. And we hadn't even adopted Cloud yet when we got the tattoos. So we knew we were going to take them. And we were just like, well, if we're getting tattoos now, because why get just these two? If we're getting another cat, let's go ahead and draw a Cloud. And we hoped, we didn't foresee a problem, but we hoped that there would be no problems after we got the tattoo in regards to adopting Cloud, which worked out just fine. And he's a good baby boy. And he sleeps just like that. They all sleep just like that. Because that's what cats do. As you can see, there's an amazing level of detail. I say amazing. But this is Trip's actual pattern. T'Pol is pretty much mostly black. She has like a white splotch in between, like on her chest, below her neck. And Cloud is all white. Besides his pinky skin. So we had to figure out which design to give each animal. It's like, well, T'Pol is the moon. And we didn't have this drawn up. Or she didn't have this drawn up. But I was like, Trip could be the sun. And then Cloud can be the clouds. So, and it's very beautiful. Very beautiful. I'm glad, and I love them. I love the tattoos, and I love my cats. Doing a short cast, just kind of getting out there and just talking. Not really trying to do much. I don't know what's going on with my feed because it looks like it's really far behind. Not going at all. Reload. There we go. Oh, you know what? I'm sharing the wrong screen. You guys didn't see any of that. Hang on. Here we go. This is what I was talking about. It's my work for my All Might. There we go. This is the orientation here. With the level of details, this pattern here is what I was talking about in Trip is actually his foot patterns, his little socks. He's got, there's smaller lines mixed in, but this is essentially his pattern. They're all very good babies. Okay, I guess I'm going to end the stream. Just getting out there and chatting it up. Talk to you later.